Hello guys, Crispy here. Welcome back to another video. Today, my friends, I'm going to be testing the GT1030 in Far Cry 5. Now, this GT1030 comes already factory overclocked. It has a fan on it, so it runs pretty cool. It's the MSI Aero version of the card. And I am running a Ryzen 73700X with 16 gigs of RAM as usual, but you don't need 16 gigs of RAM. 8 gigabytes will be fine with the 1030 here in Far Cry 5. And you'll also be able to get the most out of this GPU using like a 2nd gen or 3rd gen i5. The game isn't as CPU intensive as it is GPU intensive, so yeah, we're gonna be testing here 1080p, 900p, and 720p, and I'm gonna be testing low and medium settings here in this one. Right, here we go, my friends. First time I'm playing here with the 1030 in Far Cry 5, and so far I am not impressed. We're obviously at 1080p low settings as I left it, of course, and we are getting below 30 FPS. We're not even touching 30 FPS, so I was hoping for like a 35 FPS on average here with the 1030, because we could get 30 plus FPS all of the time on low settings at 1080p with, for example, the GTX 750 Ti. So this is kind of underwhelming, I think. Oh boy. Okay, wait a second. Why do these radio stations in Far Cry 5 have copyrighted songs on them? I have no clue, guys. Ubisoft isn't the best when it comes to not putting copyrighted music in their games, you know? I found like the Watch Dogs 2 game actually had quite its fair share of copyrighted musics there, so yeah, that's just annoying. Why do you do that, Ubisoft? Hello, buddies. How are you doing, my friends? You good? In this beautiful day here in Far Cry 5? Well guys, so far we've actually reached an average of 30 FPS here at low settings. It is kind of playable, it's not too bad. As I mentioned earlier in my previous videos, I could play the game at like 25 to 35 or 40 FPS with the GT630M back in Far Cry 3, so you can definitely play like this. It's not the best experience, but it's playable, especially if you get used to it, of course, and if you don't spend your time in the woods and you spend more like in these areas, you know, like with houses and shoppers. Actually, let's try that. I've never tried the shopper here in Far Cry 5. Is it gonna drop the FPS or is it gonna stay the same? I think it stays virtually the same here when you go up with the shopper, so at least the game is well optimized in that regard. You know, you don't really lose FPS by rendering the entire map in your screen, like for example in PUBG or Apex Legends. In Apex Legends, when you're dropping from the sky in that spaceship, you drop the FPS quite a bit. You know, you get like what, half, a third of the FPS. Oh my gosh, did you see that down there? Those textures, what the heck is wrong with those textures there? Jesus, I think we're just too far away from the ground here. You know what, let's just land it. We've seen our averages here, 29 FPS and 26 1% lows. That's not bad. It's playable, as I told you, but it's not what you want, especially in a first-person shooter game, obviously. So I'm gonna stop it right there, and we're gonna do now medium settings. Yeah, let's do medium settings at 1080p, and then we're gonna do 900p and 720p. So medium settings are applied. You can see that the shadows, the reflections in the weapon, the lightning, everything looks a lot better, as well as the textures. Yeah, the game looks really good here on medium settings, but of course it's just not playable. Okay, so mid 20s to low 20s is not a good experience. I mean, you could get away with it. I played Saints Row 4 back in the days with the same laptop 630M, and I locked the FPS to 25, and I played like on high settings like that for like 3 hours, and then I got enough of it. But you can do it. It's not that bad, but I just don't recommend it. So yeah, that's been it for medium settings at 1080p. A quick little clip here just for you to see that it's not really that playable. If we go into the woods, we're probably gonna drop into the low 20s. As you can see there, 22, 21. Let's go ahead now and set it back to low settings. at 900p, 1600 by 900. So let's see if those of you that have 900p monitors can actually play the game absolutely fine with the 1030. I think you can, because we were seeing around 30 FPS average on low settings. So as long as we don't drop from 30 here with the 1030, I'm very disappointed, to be honest. I was really expecting higher FPS coming out of this card after seeing the 750 Ti in Far Cry 5. So yeah, 35 it's I don't like it. Okay, we were getting like 45 FPS with the 750 Ti at the same settings here, so that was obviously very playable and kind of smooth, but we're getting awfully close to 30 FPS. As long as we don't drop from 30, it should be fine, of course, but yeah, 30 FPS at 900p, that's not really what you want, I think, or what you should be looking for in Far Cry 5. Now, the game looks good still. Let me just turn off the radio. Okay. These goddamn radios, man. But yeah, the game looks good, of course, at 900p. If you have a 1080p monitor and set it to 900p, well, it's gonna be a little bit blurry here. Of course, I am running a 1440p monitor, so setting it to 1080p makes things a little bit blurry as well. So yeah, 900p is just more blurry. So, oh boy, what the heck? Look at that. That's a big boil right there. Okay, and the game looks alright. It looks good, okay? The game looks good. The FPS are playable. It's a decent experience, not a bad experience whatsoever. And of course, the 1030 is not really meant for gaming, so it's kind of a bit impressive that it's running Far Cry 5 like this with 30 plus FPS and 900p low settings, but I just was expecting more from this little card. But alright, it's okay. So if you do have like a 2400 at the i5, you know, 2nd gen i5, 3rd gen i5, and you're running like Intel HD graphics, and you have a really poor power supply, like 200 watts, 230 watts, well, this is kind of your only option. GT 1030, it only consumes 30 watts of power. Slap it in there, doesn't need an external power connector or anything. And, well, you can actually play this game like that. So, yeah, that's good to know. Alright. What the heck, guys? The physics in this game are insane sometimes. Did you check out my previous video on the 1050 Ti? Go check it out and jump to the 8 minutes 30 seconds mark. And I just spotted a boat there, which was glitching out, and then it jumped off into the sky. So it was pretty funny. I was really not expecting that. It didn't explode or anything. It just jumped into the sky, and it disappeared completely. So that was really interesting and weird. Let's just liberate this gal over here. How are you doing? I don't want to listen to these musics. Ubisoft, why do you do this? Please. I also disabled music in the sound options of the game, so I'm not sure, guys. Ubisoft just doesn't like monetization in videos with Far Cry 5, I guess, or in their games in general. So let's go normal settings or medium settings this time around at 900p. We're getting kind of the same FPS as we did at 1080p, I think, low settings. So yeah, medium settings, you will drop into the mid-20s sometimes. We aren't even in a dense forest area yet, so, you know, it's alright, it's playable, guys. We're getting like around 30 FPS, sometimes it drops into the mid-20s. If you get used to it, again, same story as 1080p low settings. You could play like this absolutely fine, I think, in my opinion, but there are better experience to be had, of course. Oh boy, oh my gosh, oh my god, oh my god, oh my, Jesus Christ, how are you doing, friends? What the heck is going on, by the way? All of this smoke, oh Jesus, oh my god, what the heck just happened now? Jesus Christ, come on, I'm stuck, Jesus, alright, nice, oh my gosh, okay. Please, okay, I'm doing this with 30 FPS. Jesus Christ, look at that fire. That's gonna be, oh my gosh, there's a flamethrower guy. Okay, I am running away. What is going on? Are they only shooting at me, or are they just fighting each other? I'm not sure, guys, but I'm not liking this. Oh, please. Oh my god. Thank god it's dead, I think. There's the other one. Oh boy. Please. Are you kidding me? How many hits do you need to die? Jesus. Okay. Oh my That's great. Oh my god, so many guys over here. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do right now, guys? I'm just gonna head up this hill, and then I'm gonna change the resolution to 720p low settings and make the game playable-ish for me again, because I don't really like sub 30 FPS. It's an okay experience, don't get me wrong, you know. I know that there are many people that find this playable, but it's just not my ballpark. I, of course, could still play like this, but yeah. And here we go, my friends. We are at 720p this time around, and I'm gonna set the low settings once again. It's the first time in this video, I think, that the VRAM is actually below our buffer or frame buffer of the 1030, so okay. It didn't stutter whatsoever, so it's fine anyways. Hi, how are you doing? Bye. Why does that girl keep appearing here? I'm not sure, but okay then. I think I'm tripping with the like green smoke sometimes. So as you can see, guys, now finally our FPS are really playable. I would say that this is completely fine for a game like this, around like 40 FPS. So we're getting like a 45 FPS average so far. That's fine. The 750 Ti actually got 60 plus, I think, here at low setting 720p. So that was definitely a much better experience. So if you are wondering if you should buy the 1030 or the 750 Ti, because many people have that like question, what the heck's going on? What's I'm just gonna take this if you don't mind. Bye. If you are wondering if you should buy the 750 Ti or the 1030, I would recommend always the 750 Ti, because first of all, it's cheaper. Second of all, it's readily available in almost every country for cheap, on the used market of course. And it also consumes really low power, so it's only a 64 watt card. Of course, you can't really use it with a 200 watt power supply like you can with the 1030, but it's still gonna work in like a 300 watts, like 280 watt. Not sure about the 250 watt. What are you doing? Come on. All right, I headshotted that guy. Oh my gosh, these guys. You can't hear that, my friend. Oh boy, oh no, more music. Okay, let's disable that. We ran away here. Alright, what the? Way to go, buddy. I think I have the auto drive on. I don't want that, okay? Oh, boom! That's how you save people in this game. There's another radio. God damn it, this game is insanely frustrating with this. Hi, what's going on? I want to explode that thing. Okay, I can't hear the radio anymore. I can set the sound again here in the game. Alright, nice. So, in the road, as you can see, we're getting 50 plus FPS. That's pretty decent. Of course, in the woods is where your FPS is gonna drop the most. Yep, into like the mid 40s to low 40s. Stop. Oh, I don't care about that. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. What did I do? Jesus Christ. We're in the Droom Marina. Alright, there's a very bad guy over there with a machine gun, and I probably made very bad damage to this car because it's almost on fire, I think. So, you know what, gosh damn it, there's that music again. What the heck? Where the heck are the speakers? Ubisoft, why do you do this, by the way? So, there they are. Goddamn speakers! I don't have... Oh my god, what the heck? Okay. Look, I'm dead. Alright, so that's who I am. Okay. Alright, I didn't know I was like that. Okay, so 50 FPS average, 41 FPS, 1% lows. We died for the first time, I think, here in the FarCry 5 videos. So, well, that was interesting. Alright guys, now I'm gonna go ahead and set it to medium settings here at 720p, the last resolution and settings combination of the video. So if you didn't give me a like yet, please do so. Don't forget that. It's actually the first time that I'm telling you guys to like the video before the video ends. Oh my god, okay, I'm good. Bye. I'm over here, boy. Okay. Give me your bullets, my friend. Right, everything. We're good. Right, what the heck is this, by the way? I don't know what this is. Okay. Never mind. So it's still very playable here on medium settings for the first time in this video. So if you want to play this game, I would probably play at 720p, to be honest, with the GT 1030. It's a good experience. Medium settings looks great, although a little bit blurry for the aforementioned reasons, of course, because I'm running a higher resolution monitor. If you are running a 720p or 768p monitor, and even if you run it at 768p, the difference isn't going to be like huge from 720p to 768p. It's only like 3 to 5%. So instead of getting 42 FPS average, you'd be getting like 40. Yeah, that's it, 40. So yeah, keep that in mind. But even if you have a 900p monitor, if you do really want that resolution, play at 900p low settings, of course, and you'll get a good experience. But if you do want medium settings, maybe consider dropping the resolution to 720p. The game still looks good even on my 1440p monitor. The TAA anti-aliasing is doing a good job of making things blurry, of getting rid of the jaggies, you know, and this one is actually one of the best TAA implementations that I've seen so far. Even at lower resolutions, it doesn't look too blurry, so it's fine, it's okay. That said, guys, I think that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to so do that thing, the like thing. Again, I'll see you in the next one, hopefully. I love you all. Bye bye.